Okay. How's that? Is that better now? No volume. Uh, how is, good. You hear it now. Yeah. That bloody microphone. Sorry about that. But it is. I mean, all our lives are very important, I think, to us. And that's why. Oh, the leg is. Well, I'm doing 6 miles today. Still a little bit there. I did 4 miles. I did 2 miles a couple days ago. Then I did 4. Then I did 6. Then I rested for a day, and now I'm doing 6 again today. And yeah, I think. It looks like it's okay. I hope it'll be something else soon anyway. so if it's not that, it's something else. Yeah, yeah. Don't push it. No, I don't run anymore or whatever. And it's really because of my brain. It's not so much the muscles seem okay and the bones and all that kind of stuff most of the time, but it's reaction time and brain and seeing and the brain, in sync with the with the eyes and the muscles. I guess that's being old. I got an old car, and that doesn't work well all the time either. So there's no reason I should. But it's to keep doing something, and I think that's what we have to offer life. It is our talents, whatever it is, and what we think is important to do. And I think that's why work makes us so tired. We don't think it's important. Most of the work we're doing, just to make money, we don't think is important. So how do we get, I pray I'm in as good shape as you are at my age, your energy in it, oh, thank you. And that's, I think that, we're not giving. Old age sucks. Not really. I think there's so many good parts to it. As long as your physical is okay. But look at all the shit you used to worry about as a teenager, as a 20-year-old or a 40-year-old, even a 50-year-old. Don't worry about that stuff anymore. I'm on to other things. And that's why white people try to be young. Who wants to worry about that stuff? It's just stupid stuff we worry about, and it goes down to be deeper. Like in 3rd grade. And then you get to 8th grade, and all that stuff you worry about in 3rd grade, you didn't have to worry about that. Well, that keeps going, I think, in life. So thank God, and life gets more interesting that way. Yeah, because you worry about other things. Oh, I didn't know that was important. So that's why maybe I'm talking about more. Hi, what are you going to do with your time? That you can think to do something that's important. Now, there's so many programs, and if you look in the last couple of days, actually, I put in some things about how to get training, free training. There's a lot of free training money out there from the government, and the places to start is your local career one-stop, and then you're also the 211 and find the nonprofit organizations that help with job training for free. Otherwise, you're going to go to Google and find some private company that's going to charge you $20,000 to do something instead of somebody who's going to give you $8,000 to go get something, and do something. And it doesn't you don't have to do something full-time now. I mean, if you have a job and you have responsibilities, we all do have to pay our bills, and that's important, and take care of ourselves, our family, whoever we're responsible for. That you have to do first. And then there's other ways to do that too, whether it's part-time, gig economy, things like that. And so if you're a member, I'll send you that report I have on how to make money to live on while you're doing this other stuff, or trying to figure that other stuff. Because even if you start a business, it could be a couple of years before you make enough money to survive on that. So all these things, and that's why if you're going to start a business, you want to do something, you start a business that doesn't cost any money. Then you could start right off and start generating income instead of spending too much of your time trying to figure out where you're going to get money to start a business. There's too many businesses to start that you don't need that. But more importantly, what are you going to do with your life? So if you have a job, maybe go out and volunteer somewhere in problems that you want to work on. You have homeless, you have women's issues, you have, we got lots of things. Is the EIDG. I'm not sure what the EIDG is. There are too many acronyms all over. And the best way to find out the answer to something is call the person in the organization that has the program. You just call them. That's why they get, I'm guessing anyway. So you call the people that you think, hey, what is this program? Call the people and ask them. You got to start using that phone to get the answers. Don't think there's some magic person on the internet. The magic person on the internet is trying to believe you, convince you they're magic and they know everything. They really don't. And they're guessing too, just like everybody else. Grant and set it alone. You're right, I'll call it. Good, thanks. That's the only way to get. And then you get more self-sufficient. And that's it. How are you going to do it? Now, look at no job. You say you got a safe job. What job is safe? They're going to be laying off tens of thousands of government employees probably in the next couple of months if the stimulus package doesn't go to cover up the trouble that all the local governments are in. So they're going to be hiring, I guess, firing police, firemen, healthcare, all this kind of stuff, because we ran into debt because of this stuff. And if the Congress doesn't want to give them money, the states cannot print money. So that's why the Congress, I think that's why Miss Pelosi, or is it Ms. Pelosi, is hanging in there and sticking to that and not just giving everybody a check, that we have all these infrastructure things. It's like not paving the roads. They go bad and your car goes off the cliff or into the water and stuff like that. So our institutional infrastructure, 211, Common Cause, and so many others you said to call, get people on the phone. That's right. And that's the way to get it and learn and probably what most of us think is right turns out to be wrong. But we want to believe we're right because of our egos. And that's what I have a new saying now. My ego is bigger than my brain. My ego wants to do all that stuff. My brain isn't big enough to handle it. I can't think that fast. I can't do that fast. I can't do any of that stuff. So my ego is bigger than my brain. Sort of like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You want to eat all that stuff and you can't. Well, now my goddamn ego wants to do all that stuff. My brain isn't good enough to handle it all. And I don't know the right answer. Like, that's why I walk, because I can't process information fast enough to react to a car going to hit my ass, or the light changes, or something comes out the side of the street. I don't react fast enough to deal with those things anymore. And that's, that's part of aging, and that's fine. So that's a new thing. So now I have to slow down. I can't do multitasking as right. I used to have a radio on, TV on, do work and everything all at the same time. Now, and it's not enjoyable. See, what I'm learning now that I can't do these multicasting is like loving one person deeply is nicer than trying to have 80,000 lovers, right? So nature teaches you what the good stuff is, right? And that's sort of fun. Because otherwise, just think if you're trying to do the same things you wanted to do at 21. Yeah, that's all stupid stuff now, right? Particularly if you're 50, 60, 70. But if you're 50, 60, 70, there's so many other things you could do. You could sign up for the Peace Corps at 70 years old. That's right. Now, would it be fun to go to some underdeveloped country and help them do, build a bridge or a water supply or teach kids or healthcare? I mean, man, what an adventure. There's so many things to do. You could go become a park ranger, volunteer as a park ranger, get paid. Or actually, you know what the government has? They pay you to work for a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit doesn't have to pay you, they pay you. So contact your local Career One Stop. They know that program, I forget what it's called. And they have it. You're a senior, tell them what kind of job opportunities are for seniors. So 50 or more, they put on some nonprofit that needs help in your community, but they pay your wage. The government pays your wage. So how do you like that? And now I think there's more money, no matter who comes into office. We're going to give more money for training, because that's what we need to do. Job training is a big thing. If you look at my videos in the last day or two, you see the job training stuff that I talked about. We're going to have more and more of that, because that's it. People are all trained for the wrong things. You're trained to be a server in a restaurant, you make a decent living, but they're gone, they be gone, right? So now you need a car to deliver food. That's where the growth is in all this delivery stuff, you know? So different things are growing, and other things are going away, and so that's why you have to get the skills. Now, I think it was Nebraska I did yesterday. They have 177 or 133, I think it is, different skills you could get that they pay for everything. They even have extra money that you need to pay for expenses while you're trying to learn a new skill. And they're all just short-term skills. So it's whether computer skills, whether it's healthcare skills, whether it's, you know, design skills, all these skills that we need in our society to grow, you know, and if you don't have them, that you don't have to get a PhD, you don't have to get an MBA, you don't have to get a BS, you don't have to get an AA. You just need the skills, and that's why if you're wondering what is available, and it doesn't cost much, and they're free because the government's going to pay for a lot of this stuff now. They already do. So that's why you're looking for something to do. Call your local community college. They have skills, and I was looking at the one I was talking about yesterday in my video, is that half of these skills you learn online. So here's a free course to take online, you know, to get a skill that now you're worth it to somebody, you know. And that's what to do. And there's other ways to do that too. I mean, that's why the Career One Stop, I mean, you could, you know, you're trying to get a job and you don't have the skill, you know, the question mark suit. Yeah, I still have, oh, this is, what do we have? A little question mark pants. Actually, I had a matching t-shirt I was gonna put on, but it's warm. And the t-shirt was a little too warm. And just the t-shirt, I was afraid I'm an old guy and I get colder easy. No. And so I better wear the long sleeve just in case it gets a little too chilly for me. and that's important. So I think, you know, boy, what you do with your life is the most important asset you have, you know, and there must be things that you think are important to do in life, and your struggle is to go out and try to find out how to do them, really for free or to get paid to do them, and you could figure out that it's not going to be easy. There's no one magic thing, and what you think you want is the best thing for you to do now will change as you start doing it, but it's not going to change, and you're not going to figure out what the real thing you should be doing until you do something different. Just do something. Even if it's not the best, doesn't matter. It's good enough to start with and see where it takes you. Because that's the only way you're going to learn. If you're waiting for perfect come along, it ain't, because you don't know what perfect is. You build it. You build it like you're an artist. You know, okay, I don't know what to do, but I want to do over there, and then you do that. Well, maybe that doesn't look good. I do over here. Well, maybe I don't know. Hey, well, I didn't know that I got to do that. You know, and that's how you build a life. And that's why it's all art. You know, your life is artwork, and artists. You know, I mean, as far as I know, unless you're an artist that just copies something, yeah. They put something on the canvas, they have a general idea, then they put something on the canvas, and then, oh, that makes them think of something else. Then, oh, why don't I do that? And then you know, what they wind up with, it really is not a whole lot of what they started with, you know. It was just an idea, and that's what our life is. It's going to wind up a lot different than we started with. But there's certain principles that you keep. You know, and especially now, I think what stops us, I think, is too much. We have, you know, the Hatfields and McCoys. That's what I remember as a kid. All the Western movies and everything were all these two groups that were always fighting each other. And one of the famous ones, and I don't know where it is, I'm not a historian at all, the Hatfields and McCoys, two families that feuded. You know, and that's what we're coming to in the United States. We have the right and the left, and sort of like, I think, the deplorables against the effete snobs. And they just don't talk to each other. Yeah, it just crazy. But your life is separate, and that's why, and it maybe you could use your life to show others too on how we should be acting towards each other, or we should do things or whatever. Instead of yelling at other people, that was what we love to yell at other people. They're not doing it right. We all love doing that, but well, we should be doing what's right for ourselves. Yeah, and you know, live by examples. That's the best we could do. You know, and yes, hustle and motivate. That's what it is. But see, you won't be motivated unless you're doing something that you want to do. If you're doing something somebody else tells you want to do, or you think you should be doing, or some article you read, oh, that gives you an idea, but that doesn't maybe something to try towards. Thank you for the information. I'm in Arkansas, and it's no jobs here. Well, start looking at the gig economy, because that doesn't matter where you are to get those jobs. Go to Indeed, INDEED.com, and look for gig jobs there. That's a good place. And I found a new website I'm going to talk about soon that has, God, gazillions. I have a report that if you're a member, I'll send you for free about all the gig jobs, and I'll also get help. You don't need, to create income at home, you need nothing. You don't need nothing. You need a customer. You need a client. That's what gig economy is. They give you places that are going to hire you. It's sort of like the old time, dock workers. The dock workers go down, and who's going to work today? And they pick out the biggest guys or something. And that's what the gig economy is like. You want to go work today, you put in. You don't want to show up and work, fine. Doesn't matter. But it's stuff you can do at home. And that's important. Oh, Linda, how do I become a member? It's www.lesgohelp.com. www. Put the www in there, because sometimes it doesn't work if you don't do that. www.lesgohelp.com. And I have a new report too that there I have, like, the best places to start to get money in your state. So if you go to units, when you go to log in on the Facebook group to the Let's Go Help, on the left-hand side there's unless actually they have a new format now, so that if you're using the old and new, on the old format it was on the left-hand side. See us old guys. Under units, I have a report that gives you all, for every state. There's 50 reports in that single report. You download the whole report and you get it for all the states. The best 6 places to start looking for free money. See, every state has programs to help you in financial trouble, okay? And they're all there, and they're different in every state and whatever. Now, again, when you go to that, I just want to say thank you, because the info, I got a job as a poll worker. Oh, wonderful. Oh, good for you. Yeah, they're still hiring poll workers. I forget, if you have that website, put it up for people where you can find your local poll worker and sign up. Yeah, you can make a couple $100 on voting day. And yeah, and so you're right. Find out who's hiring and go down, make a couple $100 for the day. You get a little training and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. And that's it. Live in Florida. Ohio is also in the red. In the red. Where everybody's in the red. Doesn't matter. They still have to get rid of some money. Don't worry about that. It's not perfect. No matter what. What it is, if they were giving out tons of dough, there'll still be people who can't get it. That's going to happen. If you want to use it as a way, not the truth, you use it as a way. Okay, where else? You contact a place and they say, no, we ran out of money, or we're not giving any more. We're in the red, we're in the green, we're in the purple, whatever the hell it is. Then you say, okay, where else can I apply? And who else maybe could help? And you get the information like that there. If they don't have help information, okay, then you start looking for other places. Okay, how can I dig deeper? And if you don't dig deeper, man, nobody's going to dig deeper for you. I mean, we're all alone. I don't know if you know that. It's all of us to figure it out. Hi. And that's the important thing. Jenny, same here. Waiting to hear back. $190 in Florida for one day. See, that's great. Wow, where else are you going to make that? That's the gig economy for you. Yeah. Well, that's great. I mean, I am just so spoiled, and I want to thank you, everybody out there, for spoiling me so much. I never thought what I know could be so helpful to people. I know it, so it doesn't seem important to me. And when I see how, it helps people and it's important. And sure, it doesn't work all the time. Nothing does, And what I feel is that what I'm doing, if it encourages you to find more. Maybe it doesn't work for you in this source or whatever doesn't work, but it encourage you to find more. You're the dad I never had. So am I. But I love being a dad, and I have 2 great boys who still like me. And that's right. Wow, I'm going to go on low power mode. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna have to call it quits, guys. I hope to do it tomorrow. And stay tuned. You know, let's go help. Ask me a question. I'm gonna go back and start answering all those questions. I love answering questions. That's what makes me smart. You ask me a question you need help with, I try to find, hey, these are the best places. If I can't find, well, I'll do some extra work and try to find out. And then I build on that knowledge so I could help somebody else and I know things. The only way I get smart is by you asking me questions. That's why I love the Let's Go Help so much. It's a way for me to keep growing my brain for the rest of my life. Even the body doesn't want to keep up. Talk to you soon, and thank you so much for making me feel, I don't know, I don't have words, and my vocabulary, English isn't good enough. I flunked English in college, so I don't know how, but I hope you feel it, because I feel it from most of you. Some people that think I'm an asshole, that's fine. I've lived with that for a long time, and that just inspires me to do more, so thank you.